Best wishes. Of course. Well?
Orders? For me?
Yes? Spring is here. All right.
If that's what you want.
Spring is sprung. Let's go. Beautiful.
I'm listening.
Yes. Best wishes.
If that's what you want.
Spring is sprung. Don't get carried away. Let's go, of course. Yes? All right, let's go.
Orders? For me?
Well?
For a new tomorrow!
Best wishes.
I'm listening.
Spring is sprung. Yes? Let's go.
If that's what you want.
Beautiful. Yes?
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla Emblem Clear video for Fire Emblem Heroes, and today we are taking on the Fodlan Star, Byleth, in his very own Legendary Hero Battle on Abyssal difficulty. So here we are at the steps of Garreg Mach. I think it might be the marketplace area, but I'm not entirely sure, and Byleth is defending the monastery. So here he is, let's take a closer look at him. Byleth is a green mage infantry, and he comes with professorial text, which the real kicker for this weapon is essentially that it neutralizes skills that would grant follow-up attacks on the enemy and skills that would prevent follow-up attacks on himself. And he also provides this to any allies within 2 spaces of him. So everybody, it's basically a drive null follow-up effect. Everybody will get that effect on them. And as we can see later in the map, that does pair very well with sweep skills in particular. It's a nice combo. It also comes with its own unique special, Sublime Heaven, boosts damage attack by 25% of units attack, and then also does significantly more damage to a dragon or beast foe. Also goes straight through damage reduction skills as long as they aren't specials. Has Ideal Skill, Attack Res 3, lots of buffs to his attack, Hardy Bearing on the seal here to prevent Desperation and Vantage strategies, and then Time's Pulse on his C slot when paired with Professorial Text and Sublime Heaven means that he has Sublime Heaven at a 0 turn cooldown. So that means that when he attacks into you, it's going to do a lot of damage. And of course he has some impressive offensive stats. His attack and speed are exceptional. His defenses are mixed and on the middling side. I mean, they're not amazing. We're talking about Abyssal level stats here. They're respectable. At the same time, they are not insurmountable for Abyssal standards. So as with all Abyssal level Legendary Hero battles, there are going to be waves and waves of reinforcements. Let's take a look at the first wave here. We have this Bow Cavalier that has Brave Bow as well as Attack and Defense Far Trace 3. So bear that in mind. This unit does have Kanto at their disposal, which is always a potential threat. You also have Blarfox with this Blue Mage. You have this Sword Knight with a Brave Sword as well as Wary Fighter and Deflect Missile. 94 HP, as well as some sizable defenses, especially that 51 defense. When that bonfire procs, it's going to do a lot of damage. You have this Axe Fighter over here with Wogoon, as well as Bonus Doubler and Null Follow-Up 3. Seems like he's a little confused here, since Byleth does grant the Null Follow-Up 3 with his Professorial Text. Maybe he's a student that's trying to learn, or I don't know, maybe he's just confused. He's got Spirit, but he's confused. He's got dual Defense Wave and Speed Wave 3, as well as Moonbow, and then off to the right hand you have this Red Flyer. Red Flyer does have Rauder Blade, as well as Sturdy Impact, Draconic Aura, Mystic Boost, and Ground Orders 3 for some potential movement shenanigans on the map. Map itself is relatively wide open spaces, which is what we like to see, quite frankly. You've got only these 2 structures that will block your way as flyers. Obviously, cavalry will get blocked, and general ground troops will have their movement impeded by these forested areas, but as flyers, we are smooth sailing. And on the opposite side, the enemy forces, since they're kind of reinforcing themselves in this gated area, actually have less freedom of movement on their side, so it's actually kind of more to your advantage as the advancing party. So really, this map isn't that bad at all. I feel like you can employ any number of different strategies to actually take on this challenge, and they'll work. There's a lot of flexibility here, and I think part of that is because Byleth's weapon, while I do think it's potent, especially for certain team compositions, it isn't the best in the hands of the AI. I mean, most weapons and skills aren't best in the hands of the AI, but I think this one in particular, especially since it's so reliant upon positioning and everything else, as well as certain builds and kits on the allies of Byleth to really take full advantage of it, you don't really get too much of that on the map itself. So I think there's just a lot of ways you can take it on. The reinforcements seem relatively reasonable as far as their kits and their stats are concerned. So again, this one's on the easier side as far as Abyssal level Legendary Hero battles are concerned. So let's go through the Camillas that we brought with us today. We'll start with Vanilla Camilla, merged at plus 10 Dragon Flowers, Speed Asset, Summoner Support. Has her Camilla's Axe with Special Refine, Reposition, Draconic Aura, Distant Counter for the A slot, Guard Bearing for the B slot, Hone Flyers for the C slot, and Mystic Boost 3 for the seal. We've also got Spring Princess Camilla, merged at plus 10 with 10 Dragon Flowers, Summoner Support, Speed Asset. Has her Gronraven Triangle Adept combination, Reposition, Ether for the special, Quick Riposte 3 for the B slot, Goad Flyers, and Distant Defense 3 for the seal. Now, Quick Riposte is nullified by Byleth's weapon, but we are able to utilize it outside of the range of Byleth's weapon, so that's why we do have that on her. Next we have Holiday Traveler Camilla, New Year's Camilla merged at +10, 5 Dragon Flowers, speed asset, has Ninja Katana plus, reposition, Gale Force for the special, Sturdy Impact for the A slot, Hit and Run for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Heavy Blade 3 for the seal. And then finally we have Light of Nor Camilla, Brave Camilla, Choose Your Legends Camilla merged at +10, 10 Dragon Flowers, attack asset, summoner support. Hazard Native Sangreather, Rescue plus, Miracle for the special, attack speed push 4, Wrathful Staff, Goad Flyers, and Renewal 3 for the seal. So I actually think that this map is situated in such a way that the advancing party has the advantage, meaning your troops have the positional advantage here overall, if you're using flyers in particular. So the way I'm ultimately contemplating the first move is how can I do the most damage to the biggest threats on turn 1. And really, it's going to be the Bow Cavalier over here is definitely the biggest threat, especially since Flyer Effectiveness has the Kanto, and then you can do kind of a 2-in-1 with the Blue Mage by using Spring Camilla. So that's exactly what we're going to set out to do here. We're going to offensively reposition to use Spring Camilla and get her in place by taking out this Rubble, and that is going to put her in the danger range of both the Blue Mage and the Bow Cavalier, who she can tank just fine. And then we're just going to use Rescue Plus to get back into position favorably for the following turn. Pull up behind Vanilla Camilla to give the Hone Flyers buff to New Year's Camilla for the following turn. And let Spring Camilla go to work. She's going to tank this just fine. She just misses the kill on the Blue Mage, but that is totally okay. And then the troops are going to start moving forward. We're going to get some reinforcements as well. We've got the Lance Cavalier over here on the right-hand side, has Slaying Axe Plus, as well as Sturdy Blow 4, essentially, with the 2 Sturdy Blows, as well as Trace Skill, so also having a Kanto, Pulse Smoke 3, and then Bonfire. The Bonfire is going to do a good bit of damage with the double Sturdy Blow 2. And then you have this Green Thief on the left-hand side. So the Green Thief also has Null Follow-Up 3. Again, didn't get the message. I guess just thematically it's appropriate with all of the Null Follow-Ups. But Dragon Slasher, Glimmer, as well as Swift Sparrow, and Times Pulse 3. So again, really doubling down on the pulses, the time pulses, the Null Follow-Ups. Pretty thematically appropriate. So we've got Spring Camilla over here in harm's way, so we just want to support her as well as thin out some of the ranks. So we're going to use Vanilla Camilla to offensively reposition again, and Brave Camilla is going to be able to player phase and take out this Green Thief in one turn. And that's also going to allow Spring Camilla to finish off the Blue Mage and basically pull herself out of danger range. And at this point, we're just going to wait with New Year's Camilla as the enemy advances. The enemy is going to move forward here. That is just fine. We're getting another wave of reinforcements. Let's take a quick look here. So we got this blue flyer that does have water sweep. So it seems like she did get the memo. The sweep skill will work perfectly with Byleth's weapon. So she is going to be able to attack without getting counterattacked by magic staves or dragon stones. She has Swift Sparrow 2, as well as Joint Drive Speed and Iote's Shield. Also got this Troubadour on the right-hand side. What would an Abyssal level map be without a Troubadour, right? So the Troubadour has Slow Plus, Restore Plus, Windfire Balm, also has Fortress Defense Res 3, Chill Speed Res 2, so providing a map-wide debuff to your units. That's great for them, and Drive Speed 2 for the C slot. It is interesting that there's no seal and the C slot is Drive Speed 2 rather than like a Recover skill. I would have expected that, and that does make things a lot more manageable in general. So now we're just going to pick off the advancing enemy troops one at a time. Spring Camilla can handily take out this Lance Cavalier on player phase, which is great. We're going to use Brave Camilla to eliminate the Axe Fighter. And then that does leave Spring Camilla in the range of the Blue Flyer, but that's really no problem at all. And we're going to use Vanilla Camilla to once again offensively reposition and get New Year's Camilla up here to take out the Red Flyer, and she'll take her out and then use the hit and run to fall back into safety. So there we go. We're going to be able to take no damage from the Blue Flyer with Spring Camilla. So we're on turn 4, Byleth is on the move, and we do have a final set of reinforcements. So there is going to be this red mage on the left-hand side that has Rotterfox, as well as Brazen Attack Speed and Phantom Speed, as well as Wind Sweep. So once again, utilizing the sweep skills alongside Byleth's weapon. And then you have a green Manakete over on the right-hand side with Lightning Breath Plus, so they have built-in distant counter, has Fury 3, as well as Quick Riposte and Joint Drive Attack. And really we want to focus on the ranged offensive threats here, since they are the bigger threats. aside from Byleth, and those are all on the left-hand side, and so we can eliminate them both on this turn using Spring Camilla to take out the blue flyer, proc that ether, heal back up, and then use Brave Camilla to eliminate the red mage. Perfect. We're just going to let the Troubadour overextend, because that's actually what we want. We want to bait her out so that she attacks, and when she does attack, we're going to be able to eliminate her without any issue on the following turn. There we go. So as I said, the Troubadour is going to overextend, which allows us to handily eliminate her with New Year's Camilla. She is also going to be able to proc that Gale Force, which means it'll be easier to move into safety. And that's exactly what the priority is going to be. It's going to be eliminating the immediate threat, which is the Sword Fighter, as well as falling back out of the range of male Byleth here, Legendary Byleth, who has that Sublime Heaven ready to go with that 71 attack. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to fall back a little bit, and we're going to utilize Brave Camilla to eliminate the Sword Fighter on player phase. And she's going to be in the range of Byleth, but of course she doesn't get doubled. She doesn't get outsped, and she's got Miracle ready. So she's ready to proc that Sublime Heaven attack. There we go. That special goes off, and then Byleth goes down on enemy phase. And at this point, it's really just cleanup. So the green Manakete making her approach. We're just going to eliminate her with New Year's Camilla. Going to proc Gale Force once again, and we're going to use this opportunity just to move forward to situate ourselves to finish off the final armored unit up here. We're just going to use a combination. This armored unit is really, really tanky. I don't have any blues on the team, but they have Wary Fighter and the Deflect Missile and, you know, everything else. So we're just going to use Brave Camilla to chip down below the 50%. Then we're going to use Spring Camilla to chip away a little bit more. And then we're going to finish them off with New Year's Camilla here on player phase. So that's it. That is the strategy that I employed with Camilla Emblem to clear the Fodlan Star Byleth on his very own Legendary Hero Battle on Abyssal difficulty. Let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up utilizing to clear this Abyssal level map. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you all so much for watching and for taking time out of your day to spend with us. We really do appreciate it. Certainly hoping you're all staying safe, healthy, secure, and united out there, and wishing the very, very best for you, your family, and your friends. And until next time, let's protect those skies.